Hi, Doctor. My name is Vincent. Together with my teammates, we are going to cover the collective agreements between the Highcom Automotive Manufacturer Malaysia Sdn Bhd and the Volvo Car Manufacturing Malaysia Sdn Bhd, which will cover the overview of both the collective agreements, the comparisons, the important items, the new changes, the reason for the changes, new contract terms, as well as a conclusion. So to kickstart, Highcom Automotive Manufacturers Sdn Bhd was incorporated in 1983, is a subsidiary of DRB Highcom Berhad. It has produced almost 500,000 vehicles from various international brands, including Mercedes-Benz, Suzuki, Volkswagen, Proton, and others. So the one that you're seeing at the bottom is the actual plant. And for Volvo, it was being established in 1966. It was the first foreign car makers to establish an automotive assembly plant in Malaysia, and is still the longest surviving car making plants in Malaysia. So the one Volvo 144 was the first car proudly assembled in Malaysia, right? And followed by that would be the National Unions of Transport Equipment and Allied Industries Workers. So it was being established in 1971 to actually help the automotive sector to fight for better employee terms. So today it has more than 50 companies on board with over about 10,000 individuals across the Malaysian peninsula. So these are the latest collective agreements for both companies. So next I'll pass to Suzilla and also Yang to talk about their similarities and differences.
Thank you, Winston. Hi, Dr. Ong and all. I will talk about the similarities and the differences for Highcom and Volvo's collective agreements. Being well established in automotive manufacturing industries and with a strong union for collective bargaining, both Volvo and Highcom share a number of similarities in collective agreements. From their latest collective agreements effective in 2022, most of the employment terms and conditions, benefits, interpretation of regulated regulations are well covered as listed shown in the slide. Most of the items are in line with Industrial Act, Industrial Relations Act, Employment Act, and other related labor laws regulations such as EPF, SOCSO, and MOHR that are being enforced. They share a number of similarities, most of the items. However, the similarities are of course slightly different to each other since both companies have their own prerogative which and however items they wish to reward their employees. Moving on to the differences, we now focus on more what Volvo offers and Highcom does not, and vice versa. We focus on the items that are not offered by each company. For instance, here Highcom offers group term life insurance and group personal accident schemes, whereas Volvo does not. Volvo offers their employee an upgrading to higher grade after certain years of employment, whereas Highcom does not. Volvo does not offer paternity leave, marriage, special paid leave, when Highcom has those provisions. Volvo offers safety spectacles for its employee, while Highcom does not. Volvo offers retirement award, merit increment, and salary adjustment, while Highcom does not. Which item is better? My team member Yang will further elaborate on that after this. Over to you, Yang. Thank you.
Thank you, Suzilla. Hi, Dr. Ong. I'm Yang, and I will be continuing from Suzilla's part. To look at what's important in the collective agreements, we'll first look at which are the better items, as Suzilla had pointed out some differences in her presentation earlier. We'll be looking at the details of some of the better items from the collective agreements from the two companies. We'll first look at which items are better from Volvo's collective agreement. Working on rest day in Volvo is better as it provides up to 3 times normal pay as opposed to Highcom's 2 times normal pay. Volvo guarantees 5% annual increments and bonus of 2 months every year. Even if employees are resigning, they get prorated bonus too. Retrenchment is also better at Volvo, and we'll see why later. Volvo also offer advanced salary payment and upgrading to senior grade if the employee has been in the same position for 10 years, and retirement benefit of 2 to 5 months salary depending on years of service. These are not available for Highcom employees. However, Highcom does have better items too, such as shorter working hours and paternity leave, and even subsistence allowance up to 1,000 ringgit a year for outstation in countries during winter season. Although medical limit of 3,000 ringgit is already higher than Volvo's, HICOM takes a step further to include dentures benefit of 200 ringgit a year and still offer group insurances on top of that. Next, we'll look at the important items in the collective agreements. For working hours, both Volvo and HICOM, they are doing all right as they followed the new requirement as per the Employment Act revised for 2023 last year, which is now 45 working hours per week maximum, with Volvo currently practicing 44 hours per week and HICOM at 41.5 hours per week. As for retrenchment, Volvo gives 30 to 40 days pays per year of service, which is above the requirement. The requirement is only 10 for 2 years, 15 for 2 to 5 years, and 20 days pays for beyond 5 years. HICOM follows this exactly. For the annual increment, it is not a must yet, but the progressive wage policy is expected to start this year, June, so HICOM may have to revise their policy before that. Finally, there's no requirement on group insurances as the group life and group personal accident that HICOM provides. As in Malaysia, only the Employment Insurance Scheme, EIS, is mandatory. Next, I would like to pass on the ball to Ira and Salina to talk about the new changes in the articles for union and management. Thank you.
Thank you to my team. Hi, my name is Putri. I'm going to continue my part, which is article that union would like to have a change. Before I proceed further, I would like to share with you something. HICOM faced several years of controversy and dispute with the management. In February 2016, 32 union members will be dismissed by the HICOM, but after RR department meeting, 27 unions will be reinstated. However, the company declined to reinstate the remaining 5 local union leaders. Because of this incident, the importance of Article 11 on discipline of employees is highlighted, and they could be changed in order to strengthen more legal protection for employees during disciplinary process. I will explain this further in the next slide. The next one is for the Volvo. Regarding Volvo company, we have select Article 7 focusing on the promotion policy. The union may find it necessary to revisit the existing promotion policy in current collective agreement where currently the promotion are depending upon the availability of suitable employee. However, there is notable lacking in certain terms that could be changed, particularly with regard to the consideration of certain factors. For example, like to consider seniority-based promotion, or maybe to have position review and re-evaluation exercise in certain years of period. For example, within 5 years or 3 years period time. Addressing this insight, I believe it will contribute to be more effective promotion policy within Volvo. Let's move to the next slide, which is reason of changes to the current Article 11, discipline of employee. For HICOM company, the purpose changes in Article 11 is aimed to enhance legal protection for their employee during the disciplinary process take place. We have identified the reason to the changes. For example, to maintain fairness and transparency, to prevent abuse against the employee, and also to do the process in order to provide sufficient time for the employee to respond. To explain further on this, the union works towards ensuring employees are treated reasonably and given a fair chance to defend themselves against allegation. By seeking more detail on the disciplinary action like written notice and reason, this is also can improve transparency and promote as a fair process. Other reasons that support these changes are to prevent from abuse action against employee during the discipline process take place, and also to prolong process so that all the employee will be given ample time in order to respond, appeal their right, or to challenge the decision during the process. As the conclusion, by negotiating process, it will enhance protection. This is where union responsibilities take place, which is to guarantee all the disciplinary matters has been conducted in fairly manner. Okay, the last but not least, reason of changes to the current Article 7.0, which is promotion policy. I have been identified the reason, for example, like reward priority, experience matter, and also motivate retention. By advocating for the more transparent seniority-based promotion system, the union can help ensure loyalty and also experience members to have clear opportunity to advance in the company. In the same time, it can increase retention rate where employees will get motivated to stay if they have see clear path in their career progression. This also can help retention, which benefit both union and the company. I think that's all from my part. I will pass to the next member. Thank you.
We now look from the perspective of employer on the change to make in current contract term related to medical benefits, specifically in medical annual checkup. From what we can see in World Collective Agreement, Article 19.1, which is sick leave, provide the employee 40 years and above are entitled for medical checkup once every 2 years by subject to company doctor recommendation. Whereas the HICOM Collective Agreement, Article 21.1a mentioned about medical attentions are for every confirmed employee shall be entitled to free medical attention and treatment by company's appointed medical practitioner, but the annual medical checkup article is not clearly mentioned in the collective agreement. So in World Collective Agreement, the change of article company proposed is to make sure the employees entitled annual medical checkup instead of 2-year ones for employee above 40 years old and not only subject to doctor recommendation. While for HICOM case, company may change to employee entitled to free medical attention includes annual medical checkup in addition on the current company's appointed medical doctor treatment only. So the article change is in line with integration of employees' preventive care such as ongoing wellness activity, for example, like physical activity, smoking cessation, also disease management. It's actually important to be aware that the proposed changes to a collective agreement would involve a negotiation between the labour union and also management to ensure a mutual beneficial relationship. Therefore, the proposed change to current article regarding medical checkup is to make sure that a fair and beneficial outcome for both parties. The reason for employer to propose changes to a collective agreement to be annual medical checkup for free in both HICOM and WOWO is to strengthen employee health and to enhance their productivity, also reduce long-term healthcare costs in the company. An annual checkup compared to every 2-year checkup in WOWO or even no medical checkup offered by HICOM can prevent the development of chronic condition and lead to a lower healthcare expenses and hence cut costs for company or employee medical expenses. There also studies show that annual healthcare claims are about $1,500 higher among those that not participant in workplace wellness program than among participants that with a higher health risk. Besides, there's a healthier employees are often more productive, and also a complete workplace wellness program helps to reduce the primary care visit expenses. And with wellness programs such as annual checkup, management can create a positive work environment and improve overall job satisfaction and hence increase productivity and reduce absenteeism among employees in both WOWO and HICOM. And in the competitive automobile industry like WOWO and HICOM, attracting and retaining top talent is the most important asset for the company. But offering very comprehensive wellness benefits with free annual medical checkup can make the company more attractive to potential employees and also escalate its competitive edge in the labour market. And also CSR become another reason for company management to propose the changes in article regarding annual medical checkup. Nowadays, companies like WOWO and HICOM increasingly recognize the importance of CSR with emphasis on employee well-being in the collective agreement and aligns with the company's commitment and also social responsibility and community health. Now I'll pass the presentation to my teammate Sang Bin.
I would like to continue the presentation with new contact term provision by unit. Let's start with the background of why this new contact term provision should be introduced to the company. So household debt in Malaysia increased to 67% of GDP in 2023. The higher the debt ratio, the less likely they will be pay back the debts and is higher risk of financial panic. In 2022, more than half of Malaysian consumers own a car loan and around 48% own a home loan. The high percentage of loan among Malaysians show that this new provision playing an important role for employee in financial planning. The union proactively proposing and implementing the new provision demonstrate the union commitment to being a forward-thinking and responsive for its members. It also showcases dedication to stay ahead of emerging challenge and proactively address the needs of our workforce. In both collective agreement for HICOM and WOWO, it does not have any agreement for loan subsidy. Based on the background sharing just now, we understand that there have been a challenge in financial and economic stability. Hence, we'd like to introduce loan subsidies as a new provisions to the collective agreement for both companies. The loan will be housing loan subsidy and vehicle loan subsidy. For housing loan subsidy, all employees who completed 4 years service with company is qualified to apply this loan subsidy with the interest rate of RM50,000 ringgit. With the conditions, the employee will bear minimum 3.8% of the interest rate and the company will bear up to maximum 6%. For loan vehicle, the employee who have completed at least 3 years of service with the company and want to buy a car is qualified to apply for subsidized car loan interest rate at 20,000 ringgit Malaysia. The companies and employee will bear the interest rate equally. Both of the loan needs employee to have an approved loan from financial institutes for this entitlement. And the reason for the proposed new provision, we can look into the first one, addressing evolving financial challenge. The economic landscape is constantly changing and the union members may face new challenges and unforeseen financial challenges. The proposed provision is designed to adapt to these changes and provide additional support where it's needed. It also helps to enhance the financial well-being. The new provision aims to enhance the overall well-being of union. Loan subsidies lower the financial burdens of employees, reducing stress associated with the loan repayment. If kids or organizations offerings a loan subsidy gain a competitive edge in attracting top talents, this employee benefit can also play a crucial role in retaining skilled professionals and reduce turnover costs. Financial stability contributes significance to employee morale and productivity. By addressing financial concerns through improved loan subsidy provision, we can create a positive workplace environment, fostering higher levels of engagement and job satisfaction. They can channel their energy into professional tasks without distractions from financial concerns. A commitment to employee financial well-being enhances the overall reputation of the organization as well. These positive perceptions can extend to client, customer, and broader community and let them to know organizations are care for their employee financial planning.
Thank you, Shiang. I'm Effendy, and next I will present about potential new provisions for both collective agreements. Both collective agreements offer satisfactory terms in terms of medical coverage. However, there is a lack of support shown by management related to employee mental health. So a bit of background on mental health. Mental health is defined as a state of mental well-being that enables people to cope with the stresses of life, realize their abilities, learn well and work well, and contribute to their community. Manufacturing employees is especially at risk of mental health issues due to the repetitive nature of work in manufacturing. Based on a survey conducted by Employment Hero, more than half of Malaysian employees suffer from burnout and experience average or poor work-life balance. Also, based on a study in the US, lack of engagement and support related to mental health can result in a potential annual loss of up to almost $500 billion. Next, let's look at what is available in the respective collective agreements related to mental health. The collective agreement for Volvo explicitly states that treatment of mental cases are not covered by the company. For HiCom, there is no mention of treatment of mental health issues. However, we are able to obtain the annual maximum coverage amount for all medical treatment. For the new provisions for management, the first clause that we would like to propose is the company shall maintain an Employee Assistance Program or EAP to provide confidential counseling services, resources, and support for employees facing personal or work-related challenges affecting mental health. Among the issues that can be covered under EAP are alcohol problems, death in the family, marital issues, and legal and financial concerns. The second clause is an anonymous reporting mechanism shall be established to allow employees to report mental health concerns without fear of reprisal. The company shall use this feedback to continually improve mental health support initiatives. In some organizations, a mental health day is organized to promote mental well-being, and maybe Volvo and HiCom can consider this in the future should its mental health initiatives are well received by employees. So how would these provisions benefit management? According to sources, physical ailments such as headaches, fatigue, and digestive problems can come from mental health problems such as depression. By addressing these mental health issues, the number of employees sick leave can be reduced, which will potentially increase productivity. Medical expenses can also potentially be reduced, which will improve the company's balance sheet. And finally, employee morale and focus can be improved, which will also potentially increase productivity. Next, my team member Winston will continue with the conclusion for our presentation. Thank you.
Thanks, Effendy and my fellow teammates. So we can see that in conclusion, both collective agreements share multiple similarities and also some differences. But regardless, there's no one is better than the others. But eventually, whether the collective agreements has the terms as meeting the minimal requirements by the Employment Acts in Malaysia and also some of the other laws available in Malaysia. So eventually, these collective agreements are meant to safeguard both the employers and also the employees. And to end this, we would like to highlight one phenomenon where we see that the unionization rate in Malaysia has been steadily decreasing over the past 4 decades. In 2022, only 5.8% of the workforce was represented by 767 trade unions, with less than 2% covered by collective agreements. The key factor that's contributing to this phenomenon is basically the low awareness among the young generation. So from this, we hope that the young generations and the government and also all the relevant parties could work together to raise the awareness and to safeguard both the employees and employees through collective agreements. Thank you.